Good afternoon, everyone. Let's start with a deep breath as always. I now command my spirit to take the thoughts from my mind and drop them into my heart. 3, 2, 1. I now command my spirit to expand my true life source essence stronger, 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 and stronger. The peace is in your heart now. I now command my spirit to crush and collapse all the synthetic timelines, the upside down timelines, the parallel lifetime timelines, the tangent timelines, corded to our organic life here on this organic Mother Earth, and to the kingdoms and organic Sun, by means of systems, programs, implants, imprints, patterns, and parasites controlling the humans and other kingdoms without their consent and without their knowledge. I commanded my spirit as of now to cut those ties, so be it. I command my spirit to also remove and cut the ties of the events of the past, the present, the future, tied to this day, Monday. Also, the moon energies corded to Mondays and the day, Monday, as of now, and the events linked and corded to this date, the 23rd of January 2017. So be it. Today I'm removing the last of the imposter beings that have etheric retreats in the ethers above earth, for they will be no more, so I've removed their power. So I'll call them out by name so that they know that they have no more calling to our beloved Mother Earth as of now. So be it. I command my spirit to remove the cording, the powers, and the etheric retreat called the Temple of the Sun. This retreat was the retreat of the Goddess of Liberty. This Goddess of Liberty erected the Temple of the Sun where Manhattan Island is now. And with the sinking of the continent, the physical temple was destroyed. But in its place, an etheric counterpart was placed in the ethers and is now a major world center focusing on the flames of the 12 hierarchies of the sun. The temple, which was the west gate of Atlantis, had become the east gate of the new world, I may add. And it is for them the most important retreat on this planet, no more. I have just removed that retreat over the island and also from our world plane and in the ethers. A little bit more about this retreat. This retreat was the central flame which was reproduced over and over again through the universes, from the great hub to the flaming yod, to the sun of each solar system, to each of their God stars. Now, if that is not imposing themselves in other solar systems, I don't know what to say. But they definitely do not have any power here, nor in our universe and solar system, so be it. I command my spirit to remove the goddess of liberty, for she had called upon to the yearning to breathe free the wretched refuse of the teething shores, and she had in actual fact called upon the homeless and the tempest to be tossed over to her. I mean, really, the poor people, that's what she called, to actually capture their souls. This Temple of the Sun was the open door from America for the Europeans to make it their new homes. And she had opened the doors for the consciousness of the humanity through the 12 aspects of the 12 solar hierarchies. Now again, they had their own agenda, so I have just removed that connection to the 12 hierarchies as well. And she will have no more power over the poor and the ones that are tempted. So be it. I command my spirit to remove the power, the cording, and the etheric retreat called the Temple of the Sun. And this retreat was the retreat of the impostors, Helios and Vesta, in the center of the sun. In the center of the sun of this solar system, that temple of the sun of the impostors, Helios and Vesta, invited many times the masters to journey there, and also to receive the other people with open arms to the retreat of the Temple of the Sun, with their white archonic angels and their fiery shields and helmets of swords were held, and the seraphims, the legions of Justinus, of Uriel, Helios and Vesta, and others to accompany him to this sun, which is also called victory. Thus, the mighty so-called imposter cosmic being Victory, he himself had taken this name and the system, and he called it the Victory Retreat of the impostors Helios and Vesta. You have no more power there, so be it, is done. I command my spirit to remove the etheric retreat of the Temple of the Truth, the retreat of Hilarion. This Temple of the Truth was located in the etheric realm over the island of Crete, where the ruins of the original physical Temple of Truth had remained from the period when the island was part of the mainland of Greece. There, this fake imposter, Master Hilarion, which is the hierarch of that retreat, was, and Pallas Athena, the goddess of truth, was the patroness. Together they directed the activities of the Brotherhood of Truth and their archonic angelic host that served on the fifth ray, and all the unascended life streams who came in their finer bodies between embodiments and also during their sleep to learn their truth of their teachings, and especially their cosmic law from the cosmic arena. These Brotherhood of Truth had catered to the souls who had become disillusioned by other teachings and had become skeptics and agnostics and even atheists, the religious leaders and missionaries. For they had surveyed the scene in an attempt to find one or more contacts who will be receptive to their teachings. So it's really an entrapment there through their organized religions, especially New Age, that are now following those masters, all imposters. So that you have no more power over any of the kingdoms here on this planet Earth, and your etheric retreat is officially closed as of now. It is non-existent. So be it. I command my spirit to remove the Uriel and Aurora's retreat, the retreat of the archonic angels of the sixth ray. This retreat of the impostors Uriel and Aurora was located in the etheric realm over the Tatra Mountains south of Krakow, Poland. These impostors Uriel and Aurora also served with legions of their peace, the angels, in this retreat and also that of the impostor Jesus in Saudi Arabia. You have no more ties to any of those retreats, and especially in the ethers of our Mother Earth. So be it. I command my spirit to remove and close down and remove the powers of the imposter Vaisvata, Manu's retreat in the Himalayas. Now, a Manu is a lawgiver of a specific root race, and I have just removed those powers. He will have no influence over any of the races here on this Mother Earth. This Vastu Manu, the Manu of the 5th root race, had maintained a focus in the Himalayas, and that focus of that retreat had magnetized the souls to evolve in the 5th root race and to capture their souls. So you have no more power over any of them as of now. So be it. I command my spirit to remove the Victory's temple in the ethers above our Mother Earth. This retreat, which was given by the imposter and the false god Al Moira and Master, announced a dispensation from the karmic board and from the imposters Helios and Vesta for the temple of the Great White Brotherhood to be built on earth. Without our consent, they just went ahead and built that. And to give to the world a focus of the Great White Brotherhood without concealment or secrecy, they just took over. This temple and the pattern was lowered, of this temple of victory was lowered into the ethers, because it's also a replica in other areas and other universes. So be it. You have no more power over any of our kingdoms here. So be it. The design of the temple of this mighty victory, this cosmic imposter, that it existed was in the etheric realm and they called upon to be visited by the unascended mankind while they sleep. So just a little tip, I have removed their power, and what I want to tell you is you can actually command your spirit at night, just before you fall asleep, to say, I command my spirit to stay in all my bodies whilst I'm sleeping, and you will not be taken to any of those areas without your consent. So be it. I command my spirit to remove the Western Shambhala retreat in the ethers, and that is of the imposter Gautama Buddha in the North America. This imposter Gautama Buddha, which had taken over 6,000 years before Christ, because he was actually a real Buddha, but this was the imposter Buddha, prophesied the nature and the transfer of the force field of this retreat to America, and he said that the America was indeed the place where all shall return to the cause and core of the Dharma. That the Dharma is the purpose of your life. It's not like that you live your life now and you're going to reclaim all your particles to be integrated in your being. You do not need to be taught the lessons of life, because that is your experience as a conscious being, as a human, as it is now at this point in time. So I commanded my spirit to remove this Western Shambhala as of now. He also proclaimed to say the Yang presence of the imposter Gautama Buddha remained at the point of the Shambhala in the east, in the etheric octave of the Gobi Desert, and the Yin was the presence in the west, in the etheric octave over the Gallatin Range in the Northern Rockies, focused at this retreat at the Yellowstone Park, and which was also the Western etheric retreat of the Lord of the World. You have no more power over any of those retreats. They are officially removed as of now. So be it. And the last one to be removed is that of I command my spirit to remove the Zarathustra retreat, which is not known yet where, but we are removing it because it doesn't belong here on this earth plane. This Zarathustra it said that it will be a place prepared and its replica will be that based on the heart. So they want to capture the heart, because that is really, if we know where we are, because that is where our source and our spirit resides, in the heart center, not the heart chakra. So they already had plans to capture that heart. And he says it is indeed, it will be within the mountains, but it is not known yet to mankind here. So I have just commanded my spirit to remove the plans, the prints of this retreat in our etheric ether, the ethers of this world, that it will not take place. I can say it's perhaps Antarctica, so I command my spirit to remove this retreat, Zarathustra's retreat, which I'm sure was planned for Antarctica. So be it. You are no more. I command my spirit to reintegrate all the higher aspects of myself and all the organic particles that were used in previous embodiments and in other universes, other planets, other solar systems and star systems and sun systems, as of now, to be reintegrated into my being, to remember my creations and my consciousness and my true life source essence, that of the prime creator, the universal creator of true light. I am connected to that. So be it.
So be it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Denise, for clearing the ether for all of us, so we can start enjoying.
Good. Thank you. You are free.